right, guys, and welcome back to another video. Now, in this video, it's going to be something different. I know you guys are used to seeing multiplayer content, multiplayer videos, me dropping high kill games, me getting close to nukes, stuff like that with meta multiplayer loadouts. But today's video is actually for Urzikstan. As we all know, on December 6th, later today at 9 a.m. PT, Warzone drops all across all platforms, all across the world, globally. So, my goal with this video is to give you guys some tips and tricks you can use to build your loadouts exactly the way you want them to your personal preference. That way they are good for you. Because there's a lot of guns that are going to be meta. I'm not going to lie. The meta loadout videos are about to start flying through the roof. And I'm here to tell you that I may have found the 4 best meta loadouts for Warzone. All right, with that being said, let's get into the video. All right, first of all, you're going to want to start with your tactical and your lethals. Everybody knows it's Warzone. We already know throwing knives may or may not be as broken as they were. We don't really know yet. We won't know until we start playing the game. Or I could be wrong. If I am wrong, let me know down in the comments what you think. If maybe you know something more than I do. I've been trying to do my research, but honestly, there's really not a lot of information about Urzikstan when it comes to certain things, certain lethals, certain tacticals, certain things you can use like gloves and gear. So you're going to want to use a stim always, because when you get in gunfights, you win a gunfight, you want to hit the stim, pop the stim really, really fast. It regenerates your health faster so you can get that second or third kill when you need it. Now, a throwing knife, like I said, it could be a one shot down if you hit in a certain area of the body. It just depends. And it could also be a one shot down at a certain effective damage range. We won't know, like I said, until later today. I think you should use the quick grip gloves, because if you're like me, you like to YY, you can weapon swap way faster. And then bone conduction headset. If you can use gear in Warzone, which I'm assuming you can, to upgrade your perks, you're going to want the bone conduction headset, mainly because the bone conduction headset reduces combat noise, allows improved identification of enemy footsteps and gunshots. It gives you better sound quality for your headset. You can hear people coming up behind you. You might even hear somebody sneaking up to your left or your right to get that easy free kill on you. Now, let's get into the bread and butter. My very first loadout I have for you is, of course, the MCW. Now, I built this loadout completely from scratch, but we'll take it into the firing range really quick, and I will show you why I chose these certain attachments. It's very minimum vertical recoil with the grip I put on it. Medium range, the recoil goes up just a little bit, and long range, there's very minimal vertical recoil. It's easy to control. Nothing too crazy. Really easy to control. And these guys don't have plates on. There's a little bit of horizontal vertical recoil control, but if you can control recoil really good, you'll be fine. Now, if we go to the dummy settings and we put on 3 plates, let me show you something. Dead. This thing has a really, really good TTK, in my opinion. Really, really good TTK. It's a 45-round mag, and it's absolutely demolishing. Now, the vertical recoil is a little much, yes. I will say I'm not the best at controlling recoil, though. But for the TTK of this weapon, close range to medium range, it's fine. You really shouldn't be engaging long-range targets like this with this weapon unless you absolutely need to. So medium, close to medium range, this weapon absolutely fries. And then for the secondary, we have the Rival 9. Now, this SMG close range, I'm going to show you, absolutely shreds. Even medium range, if you hit all of your shots with this build, you're going to completely demolish your opponents. Like this Rival 9 is absolutely insane. So now let's get into the bread and butter. The MCW, we have the AIMOP V4. It's everybody's beloved sight from Modern Warfare 2, Warzone 2. Everybody loved this sight. It gives you really, really good precision sight picture, in my opinion, and the dot just looks phenomenal. Then we have the second line Mammoth Heavy Barrel. Now, some of you are going to say Why aren't you using the 16.5 MCW Cyclone long barrel? And I'm going to tell you why. When you pull up the show details, the MCW Cyclone long barrel gives you effective damage range and minimum damage range right here. Right here. You can see everything you want to do right here when you click LT or the Xbox button as well. But let me show you what happens when you put on the Mammoth Heavy Barrel. It gives you more effective damage range. It gives you less effective damage range, my apologies, than the 16.5 MC Cyclone Long Barrel. But you get better movement speed and you get better ADS movement speed, which is what you want when you're engaging long range, close to mid range gunfights, especially if people are stacked on one another. You can easily down one opponent and immediately switch to the next really, really fast. So that's why I chose the Mammoth Heavy Barrel for this weapon. Now, for the Rival 9, keep in mind, I will say this. I did not make this build. I got this build from a very close friend of mine that I've known in the content creation world. His name is Nitrix. Please be sure to go subscribe to his channel. He showed me this build earlier in his stream, and I have got to say, this thing absolutely fries. It's a very, very good close range SMG. Like, medium range is kind of but a lot of the times, like with most of these Modern Warfare 3 weapons, you are going to be able to use your assault rifle for close to mid-range weapons. We have discovered that in multiplayer. Now, I know you guys are going to say, but multiplayer and Warzone are totally different. Yes, I get that, but these weapons are designed to be good overall. Like, they're balanced. There is a balance to the weapons to where you're not going to win a medium-range gunfight with an SMG against somebody with an assault rifle because that's assault rifle range. But close range, this thing is going to fry somebody running it. An MCW or an MTZ. So we have the MTZ Marauder stock, the Rival C clear shot barrel. The Purifier muzzle brake actually helps you control horizontal recoil control. That's why I chose it, because if you saw on the firing range, there was a lot of horizontal recoil control to the left and to the right, but that's something that you can easily control over time just by using your thumb. And we also have the DR6 hand stop as well as the Rival Vice assault grip. All right, now for loadout number 2, we have the same tacticals, lethals. The field upgrades you're really not going to use. You're going to pick those up or buy them out of buy stations. But we have the quick grip gloves as always, and the bone conduction headset because you can hear your enemies better. It gives you better hearing. The quick grip gloves give you better weapon swap speed. In case you get in a close range gunfight, you run out of ammo, you need to swap to your SMG really fast. A lot of these loadouts, are going to have SMGs as their secondaries, except for the sniper class. There will be a sniper support class that I will show next. But as always, let's get into the assault rifle. So right here we have the Holger 5.56. This gun absolutely, it shreds. I mean, I'm not going to lie. Make sure we put the plates on. The plates are on. Close range, vertical recoil, yes. Most of these guns have a lot of vertical visual recoil that you are going to have to control. That or my builds could just be wrong. And if they are, let me know down in the comments if you have better attachments for the weapons that I'm showing you, and I will gladly use them and try them out live on Twitch. I'm usually live on Twitch every day of the week from 7 to 10 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, Monday through Thursday, and then on Fridays, it's usually from 7 p.m. to 12 a.m. And then on Saturdays, it's usually from 12 to 12 for 12 hours. Same on Sunday. Now, with this gun, like I was saying, it's really, really good close range and medium range. I still have 21 bullets in my 45-round mag, or 40-round mag, excuse me, to engage this target that's all the way down there. Now, the problem with that is the vertical recoil, there is a little bit of it. But if you control it just like that, you saw at that range, this gun is absolutely crazy. Also, I'm going to give you guys a little tip for when you are ADSing down these guns that have a little bit of visual vertical recoil. Aim at the torso. Aim at the torso, burst fire it a little bit, and you'll be fine. Whenever you get whenever you see the dot in the 𝐬𝐚𝐬 V4 going above the head like this, just pull it down a little bit. Just pull it down a little bit. That's all you got to do. Especially in long range, you know, he's all the way down there. Pull it down. That's all you got to do. Okay. Now we also have the striker, which is the SMG that you want to run with this. The striker is a really, really phenomenal close-range SMG. It may be the best. Now, like I said, this may not be the best build for it, but most of these loadouts are going to be personal preference. Honestly, I like the way they feel. They give me the idea that I'm going to have the advantage when Warzone drops later today. But these two weapons are absolutely phenomenal, in my opinion, together. All right, let's get into the bread and butter. The Holger 5.56 attachments are as follows. Of course, we have the 𝐬𝐚𝐬 V4 because, in my opinion, it gives you the best precision sight picture. We have the 𝐥𝐤𝐤 6-match barrel because it is the only barrel in here that gives you bullet velocity and range, recoil control, and gun kick control, which is what you want with this gun because, as you saw in the firing range, it has a lot of visual vertical recoil control. But like I showed you, I gave you the little tip. Just make sure you use that tip, and I promise you'll start dropping people more. You'll also get more headshots with this tip, with that tip as well. So we use the 𝐥𝐤𝐤 6-match barrel. We have the Harbinger D20, number 1, because you're undetectable by the radar. You get bullet velocity. It helps you aim. It gives you aiming stability, which is what we need, and it also gives you more recoil control. We have the Bruen Heavy Support Grip, because if I take this off, you have a crap ton of horizontal recoil control compared to vertical recoil control. So we chose this grip as to say over this one, where this one gives you more vertical recoil control and helps the vertical recoil control come down. The Bruen Heavy Support keeps you from going side to side, which is what you want when you're in certain distance gunfights. So we also have the 40-round mag because the 30-round mag, you could kill the one guy to your left and the one guy to your right. But if you remember, with the 45-round mag, you only had 21 rounds left when you had close range to the left and close range and medium range to the right. So this mag gives you the max amount of ammo you can use to take down 3 opponents at once. And now we're on to the striker. Like I said, these attachments on the striker are built for my personal preference because I have a way that I run SMGs compared to what everybody else runs SMGs. I like slide canceling, yes, but I can't have the max mobility, YY, jump, slide cancel, brake cameras. I'm not that good at slide canceling. So I believe this is actually a really, really good beginner SMG that you can use with these attachments. Goes as follows. We have the RB Assault Stock, the 𝐦𝐨𝐬𝐬 grip, the 45 auto overpressured P, gives you a little bit of target flinch, and there's also, it makes your target flinch when you shoot it. So in the long run, when you get in a close range gunfight, say they don't have this, but you do, you're 9 times out of 10 going to win. We have the DR6 hand stop. We also have the Purifier muzzle brake, like I said, with the Rival 9. These SMGs have a lot of horizontal recoil control, and that's why I think these attachments are the best. Let me know down in the comments what you think so far of this video. And honestly, let me know if I've deserved it, like I've earned your subscription yet, because so far I feel like these loadouts are the best loadouts that people are going to want to be using. Now let's get into the bread and butter. Loadout number 3 is the CAT AMR with the MCW as sniper support. And I'll tell you why I chose this loadout in just a minute, but let's get into the sniper. Okay, so this is the sniper. Now, in the firing range, it is not a one-shot headshot in the firing range. It breaks plates in the firing range. Now, what do we know about previous firing ranges? You cannot really tell how good a gun is until you get into the map. They have said constantly over and over again, what the heck is that? Oh, that's the lobby timeout. That happens. Sometimes when you sit in a private match lobby for too long, it kicks you out. No biggie. It happens all across the board. Now, back to the number 3 loadout, the CAT AMR. Like I was saying, In the firing range, it does not one-shot headshot. What the heck was that? Oh, like I said, it does not really one-shot headshot. It does when they have no plates on. These dummies have no plates on, these training dummies. This is with no plates. One-shot headshot, which is good if you can engage people at a medium distance that are just coming out of gunfight. For those of you that like to third party, this is great. I missed that one. But say we put one plate on. One-shot headshot with one plate. One-shot headshot at medium range with one plate. Focus. One-shot headshot with one plate at long range. Put 2 plates on. One-shot headshot. One-shot headshot. One-shot headshot. Now, here's where it gets a little tricky. These dummies have 3 plates on. In my opinion, I feel like when you get into the game, this, when they have 3 plates on, is actually going to be one shot down. I believe that that's what it's going to be. I could be wrong, and let me know down in the comments after you guys build these loadouts what your thoughts are and how you guys are liking the loadouts that I have built for you guys to use. See, they're not one-shot downs. It's only breaking the 3 plates. So that is why we have our trusty MCW sniper support. Low recoil, easy to engage targets, long range and medium range. That one's plates were already broken from the sniper, which is good because if you're engaging that target down there, say you break its plates with a sniper, but you had 1 bullet left, you can swap to this and boom, he's dead. Now, long range, you do get a little bit more vertical recoil control because there is no underbarrel attachment on this. But close range and medium range, this MCW absolutely shreds, and I think you are going to love it. All right, so for the CAT AMR, we have the VT7 Spitfire Suppressor XL. Once again, you're undetectable by the radar. We have the 𝐦𝐤 34 barrel because it gives you maximum effective damage range and bullet velocity. We have the precision stock pad to reduce that visual sway that you see. It gives you better aiming stability. We have the Imperial Quick Bolt so you can rechamber your round faster when you're engaging in 1v3s or 1v2s. And then we have the 50 cal high grain rounds, which give you bullet velocity and damage range, which I overall think this sniper is actually going to do phenomenal once we get into a game of Urzikstan. Now, this loadout that we have here, once again, I did not build it. I got this loadout from my buddy Nitrix, like I was telling you about the Rival 9. Make sure you guys go and sub to his channel as well because he built this loadout and it absolutely fries. This is not my loadout. He built it. I got some help from him earlier today on some loadouts to build. He gave them to me. Thank you very much, Nitrix, if you're watching this video. I appreciate you. And these loadouts are his. I did not build this gun. This is his build. But we're going to get into it. The RB Regal Heavy Stock. We chose this, or he chose this, because it gives you aiming stability, vertical recoil control, and all that. Honestly, the MK3 reflector sight is the best post-range sight in the game, in my opinion. Now, the RB Claw PSL grip. We have fire aiming stability. It helps you with your gun kick, and it helps you with your recoil control, which is what you want when you are switching from one target to the next. You don't want the gun to kick while you shoot because that's going to throw you off. And the recoil control it's really what you want for a lot of these guns because, like I said, a lot of these guns have a lot of visual vertical recoil and a lot of them have visual horizontal recoil control. So it's really up to you how you put attachments on your weapons. But like I said, these loadouts are just suggestions. You don't have to build these loadouts. You don't have to use them. But these loadouts are, in my opinion, the best loadouts that you can use. Now, if you guys use loadout number 3 that I have built for you, please let me know down in the comments what you think. Let me know down in the comments what you think about the attachments. If there's better attachments to use, please let me know. I'm all for the feedback. And for loadout number 4, this is an LMG SMG combo. This one has stuns. And let me tell you why this one has stuns. Because with the TAC Eradicator, which comes out later today with the Battle Pass, it is a 75-round mag-fed LMG. It's 7.62 That's honestly a beautiful weapon. Using it in the firing range absolutely feels good. I have not used this gun in multiplayer. I have not. But I will say, using stuns, if you can stun 2 to 3 people, this gun is going to kill. Those 3 people are going down. It's 75 rounds, and you're going to be solid. You're already going to be up 3 kills compared to everybody else in the lobby. You're honestly going to be slaying. And then we have this is the Striker 9. So the difference between the Striker 9 and the Rival 9. The Rival 9 runs off of 45 ACP. The Striker 9 runs off of 9mm. So this gives you a better chance to fight people at medium distance. So let's take the TAC Eradicator into the firing range really quick. This is what we have here for. This is why this gun is beautiful. 3 plates. Look. 1, 2, 3. And you still have 43 rounds left, which means, and this is a default LMG magazine, which means it was 75 rounds. There's 43 left. You can engage other teams and potentially take them out as well. This gun is absolutely going to be dominating Resurgence when Resurgence comes. Like, it's so good. This gun is so good. Like I said, it has a lot of up and down recoil, which is really weird to me. I've never actually seen that on a gun before. So there probably is better attachments to build to use this, but this gun absolutely shreds. Like, if you can hit your shots, you're 100% accurate, and you're good, this gun is going to be beautiful. Now we have the Striker 9. Like I said, is the 9mm version of the Rival 9. This thing fries. Like, I'm not even playing. At medium range, you're good. If you can hit your shots, you can control the little vertical recoil to the right and the left, you're golden. Like, this gun, these attachments are the best attachments for this gun. Like I said, I don't have the best recoil control. I'm getting better. But these guns are absolutely... These attachments on this gun is crazy. Now, you may ask why I have a sight on this gun. It's because the iron sights on this gun, here I'll show you. The iron sights on this gun, if you take it off, then you go into the firing range with it. These are what the iron sights are. Now, the iron sights may not look bad for some people, but for me, it's kind of hard to see over that because you have this, the back of the gun has the little circle over the top, and it kind of blocks my vision, in my opinion. So that's why we put the slate reflector. Now, if you don't like the slate reflector, which is the second best sight in the game, you can rock everybody's favorite, the MK3 reflector. And honestly, the sight picture on it is good. It's a really, really good close range sight. Even mid range, it's pretty good. Now we got some vertical recoil, yes, but this SMG overall is really good. Okay, let's get into the attachments. We'll start with the Striker 9 since we're already on it. Like I said, you can use the MK3 reflector sight or the slate reflector. It's really personal preference. We have the Lockman MK2 light stock, the Striker Elite long barrel to help you engage in those medium range gunfights when you're fighting in 1v2s and 1v3 situations. We have the Purifier muzzle brake muzzle for the horizontal recoil control, and we have the 9mm overpressured, which stuns your enemy a little bit, gives you a little bit of an extra advantage against your enemies. And now we have the TAC Eradicator. We have the AMOT V4, the TAC Verte core stock, the Conquer 70 long barrel, the X01 match compensator L, and the Chimera Ren 03 vertical grip for vertical recoil control. Now, I'm not saying, like I said, I'm not saying these guns are absolutely goated or beautiful. They could or could not be meta. Honestly, it's really the CODS community's choice what becomes meta. And like I was saying, leave a comment down on this video. Tell me what you think about these loadouts when you use them. Let me know what I could do better with the loadouts. If you have better attachments, please let me know. As always, my name is Brundon. I appreciate you for watching this video. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hit the noti bell to become a part of the Noti gang. And as always, I'll catch you in the next video.